You can use the create pin form that you see on the screen to create your pins. Here you can see some pin names that are added in the names field. These are user defined. Pins should have not only names specified but also the direction of connection. The direction pull down menu lets you specify pins as input, output, switch, input, output, jumper and tri-state. You can verify this when performing the labs. The pin type switch is maintained only for backward compatibility. Its use is discouraged. Since you are in the schematic editor, the options that you would get for the usage pull down are either to place it on the schematic or use it as an off-sheet pin. You can use the font options to set the height and style of the test label of your pin. You also choose from a standard set of text justification options to determine where you want your pin name to appear. In the supply sensitivity section, you can choose options from a pull-down list to specify how the terminal of the next pin will be made sensitive to any specified power and ground terminals. You can use the rotate commands on this form to turn the pins with respect to a reference point or flip them along an imaginary line. Creating and attaching pins to your instances is necessary to understand and implement a signal flow. Pins have a pin name, pin type, and pin direction. Pin names and directions must match in all cell views of a cell. For analog designers, pins have two primary functions. Pins represent connection points between different cell views such as schematic, symbol, and layout representations. And pins provide connection points for objects that are hierarchically instantiated. Using named pins identifies equivalent input, output, and I/O ports throughout the design environment. Pins can be categorized as schematic pins that provide ports to a schematic, as symbol pins which provide ports to a symbol representing a schematic, and are connection points to the symbol in a hierarchical design, and as off-sheet pins which are used in large designs without hierarchy. Sometimes you are not entirely sure how a certain section of your schematic will look like. You may be waiting on a block to be completed and its symbol created so that you can add it to the schematic. In such cases, you can use a placeholder for these blocks and define their shape. This is possible using the Create Block form that can be accessed from the Create menu. The form allows you to create multiple blocks, each with a different library, cell, and view name. The specified cell view cannot already exist in the library. Also, only one name can be entered for each cell. So, type in the instance names in the names field using a space as a separator. You can type a new prefix name for the pin in the pin name prefix field or leave it at its default. The block shape field allows you to choose the shape of the block. The freeform option lets you create a rectangular block of any size by entering opposite corners of the rectangle. You can move the block into your design and click to place the block. When you add a wire that touches the edge of a block, the schematic editor automatically creates a block pin attached to the wire. Let us discuss the Save a Copy form on this slide. You can save the current schematic by choosing the Save option from the File menu. If you choose to save another copy, choose Save a Copy from the File menu and specify a new name, library or cell view name, and you can click OK. Your copy is visible and can be accessed from the Library Manager.